Couple text messages. Hey, John, Jane, Rich, and crew. Longtime listener here. I just want to thank you for doing what you do. You guys have helped me through my ups and downs, and now that I'm in the peak of my life, I've been giving back and loving up whenever I can.
Awesome.
That's really cool.
Hey, guys, I've heard really good things about the new movie Wicked. I'm not a fan of musicals. Is this a movie I would still enjoy?
Yeah.
I would think so, because it doesn't feel like a musical. At least to me, it didn't.
In the beginning, it does, but then it gets a little away from it.
No, it definitely feels like a musical all throughout, but
Does
it's
it?
a great one. Yeah. I mean, they sing it's like musical, classic musical. You're in conversation and then you break out in song and dance.
Yeah.
Like Joker
I mean,
2?
it's definitely.
You know,
John, Jane, Rich, have you guys noticed Rich's newest crutch?
what is it?
Every life hack now starts with, let's talk about. Makes me giggle every day.
I haven't noticed that
Let's
one.
talk about it. Let's see. Jessica, you got a life hack? You calling about a life hack?
Yes, I have a life hack for Rich.
Okay.
Well, for anybody, I should say. So you put 4 Oreos inside of a coffee cup, and then you break them up. You smash everything up, and you put a splash of milk in there, and you put it in the microwave for 30 seconds, and it makes you like a little chocolate cake.
Yum. Trying
It's
it.
really good. It's really, really good. My husband told me about it. He found it on YouTube, and we made it recently. It's so good.
That sounds fun.
I mean, anything with Oreos, you're going to have a winner.
All right, Jessica, thank you for listening. Thanks for calling in.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Peyton, so Thanksgiving is a couple days away, but you celebrated already?
Yeah, my family and I, we celebrated last night. My mom and dad are going out to LA to go be with like my aunties and my grandpa and my cousins and stuff, because Kadeem and I were staying home for Thanksgiving this year. We both coach basketball, so it's basketball season. We got tournaments, we got games, so we don't get to go on vacation. But we got to celebrate last night, and I had the itis so bad, I literally fell asleep on the couch at like 9.
The itis?
Yeah, you ever heard the itis?
Like, what's
It's like
that
where
mean?
you eat like all the good food and then like you can't move and you just like take a nap.
Oh, I do that
It's
every
like
day.
you got the itis. It's like when you eat like really good, like filling, like Thanksgiving food. You know?
Oh, so you had Thanksgiving and literally like it is because I thought,
Exactly.
I was like, oh, but then you got to go home, then you got to get up and go to work. Like the whole Thanksgiving vibe is you're done, right?
Yeah, it was very frustrating. I mean,
I was gonna say.
especially because Kadeem doesn't have to go to work this week. He's on vacation from school. And so I just wake up every morning and I just want to like kick him in the forehead or something. I get so mad.
You're like looking at him, scowling, like, must be nice.
Exactly. I'm like opening up the drawers a lot louder.
I saw Peyton coming into work down the hall, and I took her a long time for her to notice me when she walked by, and she's like, it took everything I had to just push myself out of bed this morning. I'm like, you made it. You're here.
Well, what'd you have for Thanksgiving yesterday?
Well, my family doesn't really do Thanksgiving dinner, except for yesterday was a different story. Apparently, we had a plethora of Thanksgiving food. It was so weird. I was like, we do chili dogs here. Like, what is going on?
What did you have?
We had, like, mashed potatoes and mac and cheese, and what else did we have? My mom made baked beans, because that's what we do. Pasta salad.
All carbs.
What else? Yeah, all carbs.
No wonder you got the
We had
itis.
ham, because we don't like turkey.
Well, maybe because they wanted to make it more a traditional Thanksgiving dinner, more than usual.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't on actual Thanksgiving, so then maybe it would make it feel more like that.
Probably, but I did walk in, and I was like, this is very weird.
You
Like,
post
why are
pictures and
we doing
videos?
this? No, not yet.
Oh, but you have them all?
I have them, yeah.
Oh, it'd be fun to see.
Yeah, I'll throw it up. I made the mac and cheese, which is very stressful.
What time do you guys have Thanksgiving?
Well, last night we did it at like 6:30 because I had games and Kadeem had games, so we had to like try to figure out and squeeze it in between.
Oh.
So we did it like 6:30. Usually we go at like 4 though.
I saw on Kyle's Instagram that you were at Costco.
That was a bad
"What?"
choice. Literally
You know,
a terrible choice.
My wife and I were driving. My son had a doctor's appointment. We took him to a doctor's appointment, and the parking lot was crazy, and it was a Costco parking lot. And I said, look at the line for the gas. And it was this really, really long line. She goes, it goes very fast. I'm like, I would never wait in that line.
Me
She's
either.
like, you save so much money. I'm like, I'd rather pay to not wait in that line.
Like how much money though?
It's sometimes
it adds up.
60, 70 cents a gallon.
Yeah.
It's pretty big.
It's
I wasn't there
67
to
cents a gallon for Costco?
60 to 70, I would say.
How much you save.
Oh, how much you save?
Yeah.
How much you
Save,
do
yeah.
there?
I wasn't there for gas. I was there for groceries, which was the worst ever. I didn't realize, I didn't even think, oh, it's Thanksgiving time. People are going to be at Costco getting stuff like Mad Men, right? I didn't even think that. I was tasked to get the cookies for the big Thanksgiving presentation today for first grade. So I'm on a mission, right? And I go and I'm like, oh, it's lunchtime. So I figure it's busy because of lunchtime and don't realize it's because it's Thanksgiving
Oh,
time.
nothing clicked with you yet?
No, I'm like getting off the freeway and the line to turn into Costco is backed up 2 stoplights.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
it's backed up through, like I get off the freeway and I'm in a long line already. And then I have to wait in another stoplight in a long line. And I'm like, oh, this was a bad choice. So I find a parking spot after circling like a shark for, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, just trying to find a spot. And almost all of the carts are gone. I get into Costco and it's just like people everywhere. People everywhere. Their carts and everyone's like almost crashing into each other. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is absolutely insane. And then I noticed this reel that my sister had posted, and it was like going to Costco during Thanksgiving week. And it's the old video of like from Saved by the Bell, the episode where Jesse Spano actually got hooked to caffeine pills.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like the PSA afterwards where they were like, dumb, stupid, dangerous. And it was like, that's what going to Costco was like during Thanksgiving week. And I'm like, I have to repost this because I'm the stupid one that goes to Costco during Thanksgiving week.
Did you go and buy everything you needed?
I bought more. Like I went just for the cookies.
That's how they get you.
And I was like, oh my gosh. Because in our family, we do like assignments, like, you know, I'll get the sweet potato casserole, and like my mom's getting the pies this year. And I was walking by the pies and I'm like, their ginormous pumpkin pies are $5.99.
And delicious.
And there's still plenty of them left. So I called my mom and I was like, do you want me to get your pies for you? I'm here at Costco. It's a zoo. You don't want to go in here. You don't want to be here. So I ended up getting the pies for my mom to bring to the Thanksgiving dinner. But, you know, I actually like the lines were so long and there were so many, like all of them were open. Like, I don't know if I've ever been to Costco where all the lines are
How long did it take you
open.
to get through?
It probably took about 10, 15 minutes to get through the line, which was faster than I thought it was going to
Yeah,
go.
they
So
would-
I would
shout
just
out to
skip-
Costco, man.
I would skip Thanksgiving.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm not going.
Skip it.
I'm not going.
Costco's closed on Thanksgiving this year too, so everyone was definitely in there trying to get their stuff.
Kyle, what's coming up? 3 things you need to know.
This Black Friday, scammers are just putting their little fingers together, getting excited, hoping to strike it rich by stealing your data. So there's a few scams you got to be on the lookout, be vigilant to look out for this Black Friday. Email scams, they're the most popular ones. They try to get your email, they try to make you click a link, put a credit card number in, and then guess what? They're the ones going on the shopping spree. So if an email looks even a little shady, the email address that it's coming from specifically, don't click on anything. And if you really need to figure out if it's from a retailer that you want, go to that actual website and contact them from there. Social media ads are a big one because obviously people are shopping a lot on social media. They can be pretty convincing. Thieves have pretty much figured out how to just make the ads look targeted to your specific wants and needs. So be very wary of the ads you get on social media and make sure the sites you're going to are legit before you end up purchasing an item.
You know, for me, it's on social media. It's the people saying they can fix my social media. Because there's something wrong with my Instagram account, right? And so this woman has been talking to me for a couple years. And she wants $1,500 to fix my Instagram. Yeah, to fix my Instagram. And she's telling me all these things. But then I look at her account. She hasn't posted in a year. Her company only has a website for like 4 months, but she's been talking to me for 2 years. It's very, very strange.
Sounds like scam.
I know, but I'm so tempted to do it because I'm so sick
do
of my
it.
Instagram.
Bad idea.
If it sounds like a scam, it is a scam.
I know.
Or treat it as if
Camille.
it's a scam. Take that, Camille. Another big one that I actually feel like I got a text like this recently, and I was like, "What?" There are a lot of like things coming to your house. You're going to be getting a lot of orders because you've been ordering things online. The newest scam is delivery notice texts. So you'll get a text that says your delivery is on its way. Click here for a tracking number. And you don't know which delivery it's for, but you click the tracking number, and then guess what?
They got you.
They're in. So be very wary of that as well. Like if you don't know an order is coming, or if you want your tracking number, again, go back to the original website from the store that you bought it from, and you can get that information there. Sony is going, hey, wait a minute. People are all excited about this Nintendo Switch 2 coming out. We want to get in on the action. So they're actually working on a handheld PS5 to compete with the Nintendo Switch. They said it's in the very, very early stages, so it won't be out for probably a couple of years, but they're like, it's happening, which I think a lot of people are very excited about. If you want to get your furry family members in on the Thanksgiving action, there are some very dangerous Thanksgiving foods to feed your pet that you want to absolutely avoid. But if you do want to let them enjoy and indulge a little bit, they say there are some good choices for dogs, like turkey meat, sweet potatoes, pumpkin. Dogs love potatoes, but stick to the boil or plain baked potatoes for your pooch. That's better for them. Definitely avoid turkey bones. This could be extremely dangerous for them. Turkey skin, gravy could be bad for them. Stuffing, casseroles, cream pea, chocolate, cookies. I mean, these are things that I'm like, okay, I mean, they seem pretty obvious, right? Raisins, grapes, we know that. But like onions, scallions, garlic, not good for dogs. Ham, very bad for dogs. Avoid foods with spices as well. You want your dogs to be safe, but if you want to give them a little loving, some turkey, some sweet potatoes, and that they should be good and thrilled that they got that. And that's 3 things you need to know.
Let's get to Peyton's predictions. Call us with your sign right now at 877-937-1047. What's the vibe, Peyton?
I'm going to be telling you what you can expect during Thanksgiving based on your zodiac sign. And if it's your birthday today, you are a Sagittarius and you share a birthday with DJ Khaled, Rita Ora, and Natasha Bedingfield.
Did you see that show? Oh, God, what's it called? It's on top 10 right now for Netflix. And DJ Khaled is there with Luda. And I think anyway, it's that show, season 3 of all the hip hop stuff.
Oh, Rhythm and Flow?
Rhythm and Flow. Did you see it?
No, I haven't seen it, but I've seen the show before.
Happy birthday, DJ Khaled. Bethany, what's your sign?
Sagittarius.
Okay, so for my Sagittarius, you are ready to spill the tea at Thanksgiving, and you're going to be making everyone laugh so hard that they'll probably choke on the turkey. But be warned, not every story needs to be told in front of grandma, so choose chaos responsibly this Thanksgiving, Sagittarius.
I always choose chaos.
I know. Yeah, I have a Sagittarius sister, and you guys definitely come in with fighting words most days.
Yeah, I got a Sagittarius sister, too. I get it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bethany. Have a great day.
You too.
Hi, Alicia.
Hi. Good morning.
What's your sign?
How are you guys?
Good.
Taurus.
Okay, so for my Taurus, Thanksgiving is your Super Bowl. You've been dreaming about this feast for weeks, and no one is going to dare interrupt you during your post-dinner nap. But pro tip, keep a backup pie hidden somewhere, Taurus. Food fights over the last slice are just so last season, and you're better than that.
Ooh, that sounds excellent. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys.
Bye, Alicia.
Bye.
Hi, Steve.
Good morning, you guys. I am a Cancer.
Okay, so for Cancers, you are all about family vibes this Thanksgiving. Whether you're hosting or whether you're just making sure everyone feels seen, you are the emotional glue of your family and of Thanksgiving. Just don't cry if the turkey turns out a little meh. It's about the people and not about the Pinterest perfect meal.
Yeah, that sounds pretty accurate right there.
Heck yeah.
I wish I had a little bit more about food because I just love food also.
Don't we all, Steve?
Hey, you guys have a good one.
See you, Steve.
Bye.
How about for Libras?
Yeah, Kyle, my Libra, your aesthetic place settings are perfectly curated, and friendship pics are the stuff that is in Instagram dreams. But don't forget to live in the moment, Libras. The candid laughs and the embarrassing family stories are what you're going to treasure the most.
Absolutely. And I don't have to host this year, so yay.
Yay,
So I just go and get to enjoy.
How about for Rich, Pisces?
Yeah, Rich is my Pisces. Pisces, you're in charge of creating the vibes. So whether that's just lighting the candles or making the perfect playlist or turning the sweet potatoes into a masterpiece, but don't get so lost in the fantasy that you forget to enjoy the actual feast. Kind of similar like my Libras today.
Dude, I can throw down some sweet potatoes.
Do you put brown sugar on the top? Because that's the only way.
The recipe is on Instagram right now. I put it up.
Heck yeah.
All right, go to JJRECAST.com if we didn't get to your sign. JJRECAST.com. Get this. We are giving you the holiday experience of a lifetime. Jennifer Hudson is playing the Fountain Blue in Vegas. Let's fly you there. Go to our website, JJRECAST.com right now and sign up. And you can be celebrating Christmas with J-Hud. JJ and Rich, before we get to Stacks and Hacks, hi to Suzette. What's up, Suzette?
Nothing. How are you?
Good. Well, you called us. What's going on?
Well, I'm just really behind in the podcast. I'm like a month behind. Peyton could be engaged. I'm not quite sure. I'm just waiting to see if that happens.
Okay.
But hey, I was listening to your creepy things that kids had said to you. It must be right before Halloween for y'all.
Yeah.
It's almost Thanksgiving here.
Right.
So anyways, when my son was about 4 years old, weird stuff. So our house, my in-laws, we bought the home from them, the place from them, and they homesteaded there, so no one else has ever lived there, just us, our family. And my father-in-law had passed away there, but he was a nice man before we lived there, before we bought the place. But anyways, our son was about 4 years old, and weird stuff just kept happening, like things that would make you think that you were losing your ever-loving mind. Like things would move around and disappear, and he just got to where he was really afraid to sleep in his bedroom upstairs. And I asked him, I'm like, well, what's going on? And he's like, well, they keep coming. I'm like, well, who keeps coming? What are you talking about? He goes, the people. And I said, what do you mean the people keep coming? He goes, they only come at night and they watch us at nighttime. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, I wouldn't sleep up there either.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
He's right.
So creepy.
So we let him sleep downstairs in the family room next to our master for a while. But yeah, it was really creepy. It was really creepy. He was just positive that people came and visited him at night and it scared him, but he couldn't really express why it scared him or what was happening. So anyway,
Not really the vibe getting into Thanksgiving. Not really the Thanksgiving vibe, Suzette. But I love that you listen to the podcast. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah,
so
or-
I'm glad you called
Yeah.
in.
Maybe she's thankful that doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'm really thankful that's not happening anymore. Thank the Lord.
Have a great day, Suzette.
All
Thank
right.
you for listening.
You guys have a great day.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye.
Happy Halloween. Stacks and hacks. I have stacks of information which has life hacks. Some of the most popular Thanksgiving foods that are also the most hated: turkey, stuffing, ham, mashed potatoes, and pumpkin pie. Makes no sense to me. Also, their favorite things, number one is Thanksgiving pie. Pumpkin pie is number one. Apple, pecan. A fancy restaurant in New York is selling a special cranberry sauce for Thanksgiving that costs $195 a spoonful. Who would do that? Who would
That
do
is
that?
insane.
It's infused with some wine or something. A company in Japan is working on a human washing machine that blasts you clean with tiny bubbles. It looks like the cockpit of a fighter jet and fills with water, then dries you off. The whole process takes 15 minutes.
Okay.
According to etiquette experts, the rudest thing you can do with Thanksgiving dinner, rudest thing, what do you think? Rudest thing?
Ask somebody if they're getting married
No.
soon or having a baby soon.
Tables, elbows on the table.
No.
Being on their phone.
Being on your phone, number one. Oh, I'm sorry. Using your phone at the table.
Yeah.
Yes, using your phone.
Yeah.
Not good.
Speaking of obesity, are you ready to add some holiday weight? A poll found 1 in 4 Americans still haven't lost their holiday weight from last year. Yikes. Why doesn't America get all the fun fast food stuff? Pizza Huts in China are now selling a new pizza that comes with a deep fried frog on top.
Ew.
What?
We don't, because maybe we don't want that.
Everything fried tastes better.
Macy's had to delay its quarterly earnings report after they realized a single employee hid $154 million worth of expenses over the course of 3 years.
What?
Indonesia has a cow shortage, so they figured out a way to make milk out of fish. That's why I'm ending it.
Eh.
What do you have for life hacks, Rich?
Did you guys know that 80 million people are traveling over the next 4 days, either by car or by plane? If you're traveling by car, I don't have a whole lot of hacks for you. But if you're traveling by plane, it's not too late to change a few things. First of all, flight attendants have come together and they're like, here's what you should probably need to know. Wherever you're traveling, if you're going across the country, plan for a lost day. Because flights get canceled, delayed. You need to give yourself an extra day to get back on track on the way back. And if you can, try to get the first flight out of the day in the morning. Because when things go sideways, it happens later in the day. Most on-time flights are the first flight of the morning. Those get off the ground and get to their destinations. And they say try not to book a flight that isn't direct because the layovers are where things get kind of messed up. And there's going to be a lot of planes in the air. And I don't know if you know this, but we're short about 1,500 air traffic controllers in this country right now. So it's going to be busy. There's going to be flight delays. And it's also not too late to travel light. If you can carry on, you will save a ton of time because you don't want your luggage to get lost and you don't need to wait in all those long lines for your luggage to get off the carousel. Grab your bag and go. Those life hacks and more at johnjaneRich.com.
Do you guys see the Billboard Music Award nominees came out?
No. Who is it?
Guess who leads with the most nominations? Wait, before you guess, I think you're all going to guess the same person. Guess.
Taylor
Sabrina
Swift.
Carpenter.
Nope.
Beyonce.
Nope.
Not Sabrina Carpenter.
Nope. Sabrina Carpenter has 9 Billboard nominees. Morgan Wallen has 11.
Wow.
Taylor Swift has 17. Zach Bryan has 21.
Oh my God.
Wow.
All 4 of them are nominated with this year's top artists, along with Drake. The top male artist nominees are Zach, Morgan, Drake, along with Luke Combs, Post Malone. The top female artist contenders are Taylor, Sabrina, Billie Eilish, Chappell Roan, and SZA.
Lots of country in the male category.
That's Zach Bryan, though. He's the one, right, with all the drama with the podcast girl.
People throwing stuff at him on stage last night too.
Yesterday, I don't know if I've talked much about this, but I told you I got into hiking. I've been hiking a couple times a week. Right?
Yes.
And I got this friend that I go hiking with, and he's one of the most interesting and fascinating people I've ever met in my life. And I get such a joy out of hiking with him, and I get little gems from this guy. And yesterday, he was telling me business tips about how he has these relationships with so many people in the business world, like the higher-ups at Walmart, the higher-ups at Target, mayors and all these people. And I was like, how do you do that? And he said that when he meets them, he immediately handwrites them a thank you, and he keeps in touch with them with handwritten thank you notes or a phone call. And he keeps track. And during the phone call, if anybody says anything, like, Rich goes, yeah, my son Christopher, he hurt his leg. He'll write down Christopher hurt his leg. And then the next time he calls Rich, how's Christopher's leg doing?
Oh, that's cool. He takes notes on them.
Yeah.
So genius.
I know. And I was like, nobody does that stuff anymore. So I was on the hike and I was like, that's what I'm going to do from now on. I'm going to start writing notes and thanking people for stuff, right? So I was thinking about it all day. I was like, I'm going to make a list and start doing that. So I got you three. And then I got him.
Okay.
And that's about it. So just know you might be getting a handwritten note from me to say thank you.
So
and then a phone call.
We bring up anything at all.
Are we going to be able to read your handwritten notes?
No. But I'm going to call Kyle and be like, so how's Easton doing? And they go, okay, thanks, bye. I don't know, for some reason, I don't think that system would work for me.
No, it might be weird. It would be like, okay.
Let's say you met the guy in charge of Walmart. Why would you need to send him a note? You don't really need to.
Not me.
Yeah.
No, I have no reason to send anybody a note. But I don't know a lot of people. I only know you guys.
We're back to...
And my friend I go hiking with. Hey, man, I'm just sending a note. Thanks for hiking with me.
You should send him a thank you. Someone who does that would probably really appreciate getting that back.
I think, I was thinking about doing that. I was thinking about sending him a thank you note, but I got to get his address and his name.
Or you could just
tell him hiking guy.
Oh, what?
Yeah, you might want to get his name. That's a good start.
Every once in a while, I think it was the other day, Kyle said she can't find her access card to get in the building. Did you find it, by the way, or no?
No.
You're still missing.
I still haven't found it.
Right?
No.
And every once in a while, Kyle comes in with a Band-Aid on her finger if something happens. And now something else happened.
Yeah, I don't know that this has happened to me before. So I was in the kitchen about to make dinner. It's so embarrassing, actually. And I'm going to use the air fryer, right? I haven't used it in a couple weeks. I'm like, that's how I'm going to make some chicken. It's going to be awesome. It's going to go quick, whatever. So I open up said air fryer to, put the chicken in. And there was already chicken in there.
Oh, no.
From about 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
That must have smelled so bad.
Oh, my gosh, you guys.
You gotta throw that out.
So bad.
Just rancid. Did you throw the whole air fryer out?
I would.
Gross.
I tossed the whole thing.
No, I did not. I washed it, but I...
Was it like chicken that you forgot to turn on and cook? So it was like raw chicken?
No, it was chicken that was cooked. So normally what I'll do is I'll have one batch, and that's the batch we eat for dinner. And then I usually put another batch in, and then I save that for our lunch tomorrow or whatever. And that was the lunch tomorrow that we never had.
You didn't wake up the next morning, you're like, wait, where's my chicken for lunch?
No, because every once in a while, the leftover. I like to eat leftovers for my lunch the next day, but every once in a while they start to pile up. Like if we go out to lunch on Thursdays, so I don't usually bring a lunch, but then I have an extra one. So it probably was on a time like that, and I was just not thinking. And it was a really disgusting surprise.
Would it stink after 2 weeks?
It did.
Really?
It did, but it was closed. I don't think we smelt it that bad, because it was closed in the air fryer. But once I opened that seal, man, it was like a cloud.
Oh, wow.
I was like, ugh.
Well, you're lucky there were no critters or bugs or anything in there, too.
I don't even think the critters or bugs would have.
They're like, pass.
It was so gross.
So Thanksgiving, by the way, how was that turkey trot? I saw you guys, the turkey trot is a thing that I think all elementary schools do, right? Where they give a fun little run. I remember my kids used to do that. Did you do that yesterday?
So I went to my kids' turkey trot yesterday, and it was fun because they invited parents to ride along or run along with the kids. And Addie and Easton are in fourth grade and first grade. And so they went at different times. And the loop that they set up for this was just over a half a mile. Okay. I'm not a runner. So I'm hoping my kids don't really want to like run that far. So Easton's up first, right? And I'm like, okay, buddy. He's like, we're going to run together, right? And I'm like, yeah, let's go. And they say 3, 2, 1, go. And he takes off. And he is sprinting
Like with
so far
friends?
ahead of me.
Or by himself?
No, just by himself. Just
Like-
everyone's running fast. So he just takes off and runs fast. And I'm like, I can't do this. So I just like jog gingerly, right? And then halfway in, I'm just running and I see him and he's stopped and he's like, I need some water. okay, let's just like jog or walk slowly, right? And so I thought that there was going to be a couple of runs in between the classes, but Easton was done. They walked back to class and then Addie's class came out and I'm like, geez Louise, I got to do this again. So I line up with Addie and they're like, 3, 2, 1, go. And I'm expecting her to want to also run because everyone's running. And she's like, let's just walk. And I was like,
Yeah, there's your girl.
oh my gosh, I love you so much.
There's your kid.
Literally the reincarnation of you.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Let's just walk and talk. This is going to be fantastic. So it was a good time.
Hey, a couple of text messages real quick. So you text us. You text JJR and whatever you want to say to 96893. It's John, Jane, Rich. Thanksgiving just a couple days away. And I was doing some research for a quiz. And I learned a lot about Thanksgiving. So I've decided to share that knowledge with you because...
Tuesday and John just got a game for you.
Peyton, question. Which president first ordered a national day of Thanksgiving?
Abraham Lincoln.
George Washington, John Adams, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, or George H.W. Bush?
I'm going to say B.
John Adams? It's George Washington.
A.
Kyle, which president officially made Thanksgiving the fourth Thursday of every November?
That was Lincoln.
A, George Washington, B, John Adams, C, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, D, George H.W. Bush.
Wasn't Lincoln? George
C,
Washington.
Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Rich, which president made turkey pardoning an annual event?
That would have been George
A, George Washington, B, John Adams, C, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, D, George H.W. Bush.
I think it's George H.W. Bush.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Peyton, which U.S. state consumes the most turkey on Thanksgiving?
New York.
A, California, B, Texas, C, New York, D, Illinois.
C. New York.
A, California.
Dang.
46 million turkeys are eaten on Thanksgiving.
Dang.
Poor turkeys.
Kyle, what's the name of the ship that brought the Pilgrims to America?
The Mayflower.
A, the Nina, B, the Pinta, C, the Mayflower, D, Santa Maria.
Mayflower.
C, Mayflower.
Yay.
Yes. Rich, what side dish was not present at the first Thanksgiving?
Probably cranberries.
A, cranberry sauce, B, mashed potato, C, stuffing, D, corn.
Oh, they didn't have stuffing. They had corn. They
I'm
had
sorry.
cranberries.
We were looking for mashed potatoes.
Oh.
Peyton, which professional football team has hosted a game on Thanksgiving Day every year since 1934, except during World War II?
The Patriots.
A, Dallas Cowboys, D, Detroit Lions, C, Green Bay Packers, D, Chicago Bears.
Let's go A with my Cowboys.
We were looking for Detroit Lions. Kyle, what's the name of the long-distance race held annually on Thanksgiving Day in many U.S. cities?
Oh, the Turkey Marathon.
A, Turkey Dash, B, Gobble Gallop, C, Turkey Trot, D, Drumstick Run.
Oh, Turkey Trot.
Turkey Trot, yes. Rich, Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, is the busiest day of the year for which profession? A, retail workers, B, plumbers, C, bartenders, D, electricians.
Oh, it's the busiest day for plumbers.
Busiest day for plumbers. You are absolutely right.
Brown Friday.
And that's my fun little trivia game.
It's Tuesday and John just got a game for you.
Remember yesterday I was wearing this Taylor Swift sweatshirt with the pockets in the front?
Yeah.
And you could see it on my Instagram, John J. Rich Instagram. It's a really cool sweatshirt. It doesn't have a hoodie on it. I got a DM yesterday. Get this. The Chiefs That's their merch. That's what they've been doing for 10 years. No one else has been doing
The
it.
hoodie without the hood?
The hoodie without the hood and the hands of is that?
Oh, so chances are Taylor saw that. She liked it. She's like, hey, put some of
cool.
these with Tortured Poets Department.
Yeah, and somebody sent me a bunch of pictures of these Chief hoodies that are just exactly like that.
That's cool. Way.
It's pretty cool. Kind of is inspired like that. I feel so connected right now to Taylor.
That's like a real Easter egg.
I know. Let's get into the Bronny James, Charles Barkley thing.
Okay.
What's his problem?
So, well, his problem is exactly how they've been handling Bronny James. Charles Barkley, who obviously was in the NBA for a super long time, just says that, like, shame on the Lakers for how they've handled him. They brought him up and then they put him down, and it's just like he's very disappointed. I don't know how you feel about it, Peyton, because you're more basketball than I am.
Yeah, I didn't see that, but it definitely plays with like a false sense of reality of who you are as a basketball player. And being LeBron James' kid in itself is a difficult thing.
Well, he just said shame on them because, like, the kid's not ready to play in the NBA, so they never should have, like, put him up there and then given him these high hopes.
Exactly.
And then put him back down.
Exactly, yeah. It gives like a false sense of who he is as a basketball player, where he belongs, which is hard to navigate anyway.
But weren't they doing it for the moment to have the
I mean, they did it to create history and excitement in the season, which it kind of did. And then it was like, what? And then you realize, oh, he probably isn't ready to be up there.
Okay, let's get into friend of the show, Khalid.
Wow, he's had some drama.
I'm feeling for him.
Big time drama. So Khalid's ex-boyfriend, his name is Hugo D. Almonte, outed him online and was like, said all these things, made all these allegations about it. He outed him, and then he said that Khalid does pink cocaine, and that he hires, like escorts all the time and pays people to hook up with him all the time. And Khalid actually just spoke his truth on X. He just posted like the rainbow flag and he said, there y'all go. Next topic, please. And then people like didn't want to let it go. So they kept asking him, but he took it in stride and he just wrote, look, I got outed and the world still continues to turn. He said, let's get this straight. I'm not ashamed of my sexuality. In reality, it's nobody's business, but I'm okay with me. Love y'all. And then he went online to address the other rumors.
I've never done cocaine a day in my life. I don't place myself in those scenarios. I'm not in those surroundings. I smoke weed and I drink a little bit, but I've never done cocaine a day in my life. Let's tackle this escorting thing. I've never paid for sex a day in my life, ever. I've never paid anybody to date me. I've never paid anybody to be in a relationship with me, ever.
What about 2 days in your life?
Yeah,
you keep
that
saying
could be a little
day in your life. Nobody just does cocaine for a day.
Somebody else pay for it for you? I don't know. But that's what he says, and he's saying it didn't happen.
And Peyton, you got this whole thing about the pay gap between Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo.
Yeah, people are like not happy with how much Ariana Grande is getting paid in turn to Cynthia Erivo, who is technically kind of the lead in the Wicked movie, and Ariana Grande is getting paid $15 million, and Cynthia Erivo is only getting paid $1 million.
Well, you know
but I'm
what?
like, it makes sense. Like,
Nobody
Ariana
knows who Cynthia Erivo is.
I mean, everyone knows who she is in the Broadway scene,
Okay,
but
the Broadway
to
scene.
the mass,
Broadway
everybody
scene
knows
doesn't
who
make
Ariana
money,
Grande.
doesn't sell tickets.
Well, hopefully both of them made like a great deal on the back end. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like if it made so much at the box office, they would get some kind of bonuses or something like that. So
And then there's a
hopefully
sequel.
that's not all she'll get, because she really like breakout star. Like I didn't really know who Cynthia Erivo was before seeing the movie, and I'm so impressed with her. She's amazing.
Yeah.